So, how many of you guys have stayed from the last part with Tomek? One person? Oh my god, okay. We're recycling in a very effective way. Good evening, everyone. This time is going to be a little bit in a different timing because we usually start like 45 minutes earlier, and this time we're going to go a little bit even after 9. So it's going to be a little bit of a marathon, both for our startups and for you guys. Bear with us, we're just going to make it worthy of your time. As always, this is going to be all about you guys. Also, in case that you would like to know what is going to be ahead of you, this is the schedule and this is going to be the agenda. How many of you guys are the first timers to Thursday Gathering? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay, nice. How many of you can raise your hand? Also, just okay, so I'm not really going to rely on my statistics. What we're going to do is to basically try to give all of those people that they are attending the event an opportunity and a voice so that they will be able to talk about what they do. More than anything else, our judges are going to somehow try to support them with their ideas and with their feedbacks, but on top of that, you can also learn, and if you would like to talk about your idea, what you have to present and how people are going to talk about your ideas. So try to be here, and at the same time, if you really feel that this is for you, try to come back to us, and then you would be the next startup that is going to come here. So on the last part, we had a very interesting part because we had a very interesting and engaging conversation for 1 hour and a half. Until the end, nobody understood that QR code is not working. So that's a very interesting for me to right now try to tell you. So guys, this is a very good invention. I always just put it also here because this was literally started as a Japanese invention just to be able to fix their stuff. So apparently it really works. To be able to give you something, this is the way that it works. So, you know, unlike Oprah, we're not going to put it under your seats, but this is literally in front of you. But I have this very beautiful thing that people look at the QR code as if like they are reading it. And I have still no idea how you guys are doing this, but I'm still very much excited if one of you can teach me how you do this. So the first one is the OVH startup program. Natalia later is going to explain how that part is. The other one is a tour of the CIC that Veronica is going to help you with that. FinTech part of the PKO Bank Polski is also another program if you're looking for investment inside a FinTech part. This is our event on Thursday Gathering. If you guys are here, hopefully by now you're registered to the platform and you will be able to follow up with everything that we have. I'm a director of a startup grind, so all of these events are also on the startup grind. You can always try to go there and try to find it. And in the Startup Digest, every Monday I put the events that are happening on the next week and the news of the week before. I put all of it in a free newsletter, so feel free to also try to use it anytime you want. Right before the event, I was just talking with some colleagues in Ireland, and they also mentioned that I can share this with you. So this is a free HubSpot for startup account. If any of you really need a free CRM, there's no money in it, so this is just all for you guys. And even if you later would like to use it on the free account, the premium account, I think there is a 75% discount for startups. You just have to be qualified for a startup. So I will keep it for a few more seconds if you guys manage to scan it with your eyes. All good? Maybe I have to put the QR codes bigger. Because now that this one is a little bit bigger, I can see that like more people are just scanning this. Everything is okay? Yes. So, with that, I would like to also give a few minutes so that our judges are also going to introduce themselves. If you don't mind, I would try to start by the first, Natalia.
I'm so Victor. Hello everyone, I'm Natalia and I'm the leader of OVHcloud Startup Program. Maybe I will stand up because it's and what we are doing, we are helping startup with technical aspects. I mean, we provide free credits for using our cloud, but this is like the basic ones. But the pillar of our program is to help you boost your growth I mean, even in business way. So we have a huge ecosystem, like you see. We have VC partners and ecosystem partners, and we help you find your better connections and even clients, because we are quite big, because we are the biggest European cloud provider, but operate globally. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes. Guys, this is also one way that we can really support anybody that is going to be here. So if you don't mind, try to clap a little bit louder just to show people the energy. Thank you. Also, as one of your mentors, you also have an AI accelerator that right now the demo day is going to be on April the 3rd.
You are perfect. You should be speaking for yourself.
Thank you. And after that, I would like to give the floor to Arek.
Hi, my name is Arek Foska. I'm a managing partner of Rebels Valley. We are doing incubation and acceleration for startups, and right now, actually, almost 100% of my activities is bringing Startup Bootcamp to Poland.
Thank you very much. Guys, Startup Bootcamp is a big deal, just in case. So, Veronica?
Hi guys, nice to see you all here. Thank you for coming to CAC and to Venture Cafe. What we're doing, we're just trying to help innovation go through the CAC, through the Venture Cafe, for businesses to grow in our campuses or even outside them. We have a lot of companies that we saw hopefully grow in our business, starting from co-working, then developing their businesses with help of our clients inside, and of course amazing people as ambassadors of CAC. So I'm so grateful to be here and hear you out, and have a nice day. Evening, sorry.
Again, fortunately or unfortunately, I have to plug another one also that you also got recognized as a top innovation house in Europe
Yeah, that's true.
by the Financial Times. So I remember that. And the next person is going to be Tomek.
Yeah, good evening. It's Tomek here again. I'm one of the co-founder of Authenti. That is a platform for signing documents online. I also work as a coach and mentor of entrepreneurs, and I'm a proud host of the podcast Business Plus Lucru, a business with no sugar coating, so feel invited. Thank you.
Thank you. So, guys, it's not about me, it's about you, but this is important for me. I mean, first of all, with Authenti, we worked in Startup Collider ages ago, kind of more like the same as Arek. I'm an ambassador for Veronica, and also I'm mentoring in OVHcloud. And that's just a random type of people that you have here. Just because right before here I was in an event that it was about connecting the Estonia and Poland, and everybody was just talking about strengthening an ecosystem. But that's a weird thing, because when you don't have an ecosystem, how do you want to strengthen it, right? Nothing is enough, guys. Like, if you really would like to success in your startup, you never know what you need. Maybe one of the startups that they are here is going to be the next important customer, partner, or maybe some of the things that they are doing somehow is going to be relevant to you. Another thing that is also an issue is, if I'm a VC, I have 5,000 pages with 700 words in it, but the moment that I sit on the judge part, then I will just tell you that like too much words and like I couldn't see this part and that part. I made these presentations just to show you that if I am asking you to make your presentations, this is the way that I make my presentations. So I just want you to know that this is a place that we are more than just trying to showcase things. This is an educational part. These startups hopefully are going to get their activities up and running, they're going to get the money that they want, they're going to get the partnership, but more important than anything else for me is it will motivate you to be on this stage, and at the same time it would be an education, both for people that they are going to be here on the stage and people that they are in the back and then try to come back next time here, right? So two things, please. Try to be as supportive as possible. It's really hard, it's very tough. It needs a lot of courage. You know, you made a lot of mistakes, and some of them they're good, some of them, like you're just not sure how people are going to react. If you give them the right applause, if you really show them the attention, then they are going to be way better at presenting themselves. So that's the way that I will be able to really support all of our startups. And with that, you guys know how it works. So you have 5 minutes to pitch, and then after that, 10 minutes for the Q&A for our judges. And with that, I would like to invite Yannick for the first pitch. Guys, a round of applause.
So hey everyone. Hey everyone, I'm Yannick and I'm the founder of Clastify. Yeah, so basically back when I was in high school, I was doing the IB, which is like matura międzynarodowa in Polish. And the way IB works is that basically for each subject the student takes, they have to write this like big essay that accounts for like 30% of their final grade. And you know, this is extremely important, and like for most people it affects their university admissions. But the problem is that like people are super confused how to even start that. Yeah. And you know, the thing is, people are starting at a blank page, like confused what to write, like how it's supposed to look like, what structure to use, what not to do, etc. And you know, it's not like they can write anything because it's super important. Yeah, so basically Clastify solves this problem. We provide a platform of exemplar essays that students can use for inspiration. What we basically do is we buy essays from recent IB graduates, and then we just display them online for people to view. Basically, you know, imagine you're an IB student and you have to write an essay, I don't know, for physics about pendulums. What you do is you go on Clastify, you look for similar essays submitted, and you kind of use them as inspiration. You see what structure they used, what to include, what was done in every single section, etc. In addition, our essays have comments done by admission examiners to further like highlight, you know, that this section was correct, this was incorrect, it should be corrected this way, etc. To kind of, you know, so basically it's like learning from examples. We also have a second service, this is like much easier to explain, where basically people send us their draft and we send it back with feedback to them. So in terms of the business model, it's freemium, so our core platform is free, but some additional features and access to all exemplars require a monthly subscription. And the review is just like a single payment, so if someone wants their essay reviewed, they just pay once. And you know, they get the review. So I mean, this is a demo of our platform. It's pretty simple. It's just like a list of all the essays, and then like you can click on an essay, and it's a PDF with like highlights. There's a lot we have under the hood, like AI. Certainly also use like a lot of AI for like quality assurance, because like writing the comments on like a big scale is actually pretty hard to keep them of good quality and concise. So actually, I've been doing it for quite a while. We are fully bootstrapped and never raised any funding, but we're profitable. We have 300,000 monthly users who generate around 5 million in revenue. And this is my favorite stat. We have like an NPS of 75, which basically shows that like we've managed to build something that people love. So yeah, so basically, you know, I'm not super old. And as Clastify grows, I'm also not super experienced, and Clastify grows, we have to like expand to other markets. And the truth is, you know, I'm kind of looking for someone who maybe did it before and could give me some advice on, I don't know, how to like scale, how to structure teams, etc. So yeah, so this is a QR code with a link to Clastify. The mobile version is not perfect because 95% of our users are desktop, but like you can still check it out if you want. Yeah, so this is all.
Thanks
for listening.
Guys, this is more of a feedback to you guys. This is called a market fit. You know, I am sorry because this is not going to work on the mobile phone, but we're really going to work on this one and we're going to finish it by tomorrow. 95% of my users don't use it, so if this is not going to work, this is not going to work.
No, it's going to work. It's
no, but that's not the point. I am just trying to say that the moment that you're confident about the fact that this is not really going to stop what I do is because there is a person who pays for the results. And the moment that is not, I'm always going to be insecure about all the aspects of what I do. And with that, I really feel that maybe, Tomek, you have to start because you spoke for 1.5 hours about how to scale up. And the first step I said that I wish somebody will tell me how to scale up. So maybe you will be able to just in 30 seconds.
Yeah, I don't need the mic, sorry. I love the way you were looking at your audience. So really good job.
Thanks.
Because you know you may have the clients here. So what do you need? I mean,
so basically the problem we have right now is our growth is really stagnating,
Okay.
but not because we're doing something wrong, because we have all the users. Like we have nowhere to grow in the IB market. Like it's like literally 10% a year or something. So it's kind of like we have to expand to other markets, but there's like this thing like how do we manage, maintain the core ID while expanding to a different market, for example, or even like how to structure the team. Like, I mean, I barely worked anywhere in my life, so like I'm not even sure how to like structure a team where the people working are not like directly under me, but like levels.
All right. So one more thing, if you can, implement into your presentation. I had nothing about your competitors, so I would be more likely to cooperate with you if I would be sure that you check this and you gather knowledge about the market.
Yeah, so like regarding that, Ahmad actually told me in his feedback that I should include that. I just didn't have any time to fix it up. I know I just didn't have any time. I had to like work on other things. But yeah, in terms of like the ID market, our biggest competition is probably, in terms of like essay writing, probably ChatGPT. But it came out 2.5 years ago, and since that we grew like 5x. So we're not really losing any users to it. And also like private tutors. People can pay like a private tutor to do the essay review instead of paying us. But yeah, we do not have like direct companies we compete with directly in the IT market.
All right, thank you.
I mean, also full disclosure, like I kind of pushed him to come here and start pitching because like he had 300,000 users and zero bootstrap. But that's the whole story, because even if you come 1 hour and a half ago, maybe a lot of those conversations that was happening with Authentic that from zero went to what it is right now. And I would say maybe the most interesting that I have about your company was the moment that there was 3 banks at the same time working together. I mean, I work with corporations, guys. If one of them is sitting on this chair, the first regard is that this and that one would not be another bank. Otherwise, I'm not going to sit here. And you managed to not only bring them together, but rather all 3 of them invest in the same company. And these are the things that it's not written anywhere. Those are those X factors that if you manage to find it in yourself or in your foundation, then you will do things that this is your unique selling proposition in a sense.
Hi. So what I know that this pitching stuff is pretty hard and it's pretty stressful, but I think that you managed it perfectly. What I really liked about your pitch is that it was super simple. I mean, you didn't use any like extra knowledge of everything. I didn't have to be in the theme to know what you're doing. So in that case, I think that this is the main point of what you're doing and what you want to show to the audience. And you did great.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And with that, we're going to give the floor to Agata
Bootstrap,
to
300,000
persuade.
klientów. Ja nie mam 300,000
Did
klientów.
I pronounce it properly?
Yeah, persuade.
Persuade.
Wait, maybe I should change the name because maybe people have the same
Don't,
problem.
don't change it that quickly, but that scares me a little bit. Okay, so whenever you're ready, you have 5 minutes.
Okay. Okay, so my name is Agata and I'm going to tell you a little bit about Persuade. So basically, Persuade is a tool that supports sales teams and helps them to close more deals. And have you ever had a client that seemed maybe interested in your product, but suddenly stopped responding to your emails or your calls? If yes, that's normal. That happens a lot. And actually, sales is not easy thing. And more than 50% of sales reps in the world miss their quota every year, and they spend 60%, more than 60% of their time on tasks that are administrative and they don't bring a lot of value to the company. But right now we have AI, and it's a good thing. And sales reps can actually close up to 30% more deals with personalized coaching and feedback. And actually they can also save up to 28% of their time with automation. And what we do, we actually make that happen. So Persuade, how does it work? So Persuade, first of all, it joins online meetings with clients, and then it suggested how to respond to clients' questions, and also how to react to certain sales situation in a correct way. We also, Persuade it gives feedback in real time during the call about your sales skills, and you can also see your how is it going for you after the call. And finally, we also automate all the boring stuff, so you don't have to worry about filling up your CRM or drafting emails, because it is done for you, and you can focus on things that are really, really important. And why we are special? So actually, we are not a generic note-taking tool, and we are dedicated a sales tool that really heavily focuses on real-time interactions with clients and understanding that the dynamics that we have between people that are talking to each other. So that's interesting. And yeah, and our market is huge, and it's growing 10% year over year. So it is estimated that by 2030, we will have like 60% of sales tasks will be completely automated. And our model is SaaS, and we charge for implementation, maintenance, and per user license. And what we have right now, so we have as MVP our interactive app prototype, and as well as we have our first functional version of the software that we are building. And just next month, so in April, we'll be starting tests with clients. So we'll be testing our first functionality that provides answers to clients' questions in real time during the calls. And we also have started processes with bigger organizations, so we are looking for a pilot, if any of you is interested. And by the end of this year, we're gonna have like a ready solution to scale it commercially. Our team consists of great people working together, and our team members worked for brands like Alior, Tilco, Ramp, and NVIDIA. And yes, so right now we are looking for also for a user to test our first functionality. So if you are interested, just let me know after my pitch.
Perfect contact. Thank you. So first,
Okay, so maybe this time I will start.
Okay.
Great presentation is beautiful, but I'm a bit older person.
Yeah.
Oh,
From my perspective,
So you didn't see the
actually
yeah.
too slow letters.
Mhm.
It was something that was for me. And one thing, it is also, I think, common for the previous presentation. You are presenting because you want to achieve something.
Mhm.
You said it, but I didn't see the ask.
Okay. Mhm. Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you for it.
Maybe your company has a lot of customers.
Yeah.
No.
No, it's fine. I think because right now you mentioned like a comparison between two, and right now in my head I think in the same way. And when it's positive, I can understand fully your company compared to previous.
Mhm.
Because I can see the team, I can see the competitors, and I understand even the market, how it works, maybe
Mhm.
according to competitors and so on. But on the other hand, sometimes the stress is so big that's why it could kill our connection with the audience.
Yeah.
if I can and say like the feedback for you both actually. So this is like the positive and maybe not the negative, but the something that we can work on.
So like more connection with the audience and looking at the people, like, you know, talking to them more, less
Yes.
to myself. Okay.
Yes, I think so.
Thank you.
Also, just to be able to match you a little bit more with people, it would really help if you say what kind of sales assistance you provide. Because enterprise sales, B2B sales, B2C sales, they're
B2B
just-
sales.
they are just so different from each other. And there's kind of a twist into your pitch also, that if you are a company that your sales assistant can help you with giving other people a save in their sales, then you should right now have 1,000 customers. Because it's kind of like, how does it work? And it was like, because we have 1,000, because we used our own solution. Like if, like they say, never trust you know, like a skinny, you know, chef. Like if you manage to, you know, like cook for yourself, then maybe you can also cook for me, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just thinking in that sense, it really makes sense if you somehow try to go to your storytelling from, let me tell you when we were trying to work with OVH and we couldn't do this, how with our assistant we managed to solve that part.
Or the example even, like we help with that. For example, this is the situation that salesman has a problem with, and our assistant could tell something.
Because something that I know is culture does matter. And if I am working in Southeastern Europe, maybe I have to invite a person just to build a trust, especially in the enterprise part. In the other part, if the other person looks Chinese but is American, maybe I have to not to go to stereotype, but rather still change my the tone of my conversation than when I'm talking to a Pole. And I'm yet to know how much that AI is advanced to go through this. I mean, I know that like ChatGPT can even talk to a parrot differently than it talks to a human being, but that's a lot of level of computing. So,
If I may, the excellent slides, you know, the very professional ones, and branding at all. You know, if you're selling also by images, so congratulations on that. Real-time interaction is the key here, and you need to strengthen this because, you know, that's a real, you know, advantage. And Agata, you should also have Salesforce and HubSpot on your radar because they are doing very similar things and they are, you know, the biggest. So very nice presentation.
Thank you.
thank you very much. So, if you think the first startup has a complicated name, let's try to Tradefulness.
Tradefulness.
You ready?
Right.
5
Absolutely.
minutes?
Yeah. Okay, thank you. My name is Alex, and I want to start with a question. Is anybody subscribed to Morning Brew newsletter here? Does anyone know what is Morning Brew? Okay, yeah, great. And today's header of this newsletter was uncertainty ahead. Uncertainty ahead. So what do you feel? What emotions do you feel right now? So maybe anxiety, maybe anger, maybe some frustration because of uncertainty that is ahead. So the truth is that there is professionals who work with uncertainty every day. Those professionals are traders. So, but the majority of them are leaving market within 12 months because of emotions, because of the lack of discipline, because of stress and loneliness for sure, because trading is a very lonely profession. And brokerage companies, professionals in B2B market, crypto exchanges, they are losing a lot because of that, because they are spending a lot of money to attract a new user, and then within 12 months, 70% of them are leaving the company and the market. So we are here to resolve this problem. So we are making a trading assistant, trading buddy, trading companion who helps traders to manage with their emotions, to grow discipline, and to somehow manage their frustration. So we are getting data from the trading platforms. We are combining this data with information from the wearable device, heart rate, breath rate, and so on. And we are combining it with the AI, who can support trader, who can give him some psychological support, and so on. We are entering the market with the B2B model, and we are starting working with one of the CISEC regulated brokerage companies, and our idea is to increase LTV and retention of the brokerage companies and decrease the churn rate of the traders from these companies. So the market is huge enough, even bigger than the previous speaker mentioned, but our main focus is on small and medium brokerage companies, and it's important thing that we are focusing only on the legal functioning brokerage companies, because our mission is to provide the idea of the conscious and aware trading. In a week, maybe, or maybe in 2 weeks, so we will launch a pilot project with one of the regulated CISEC brokerage companies, Earn.eu, and we have a number of other companies and crypto exchanges in our funnel. So these are brokerage companies and also software providers for the brokerage business. Who are we? So actually, we are three of founders. Andrei Milkovich, he has really huge experience in brokerage business. He was a general manager of the brokerage company for more than 15 years. Dmitry Matveyev, he is co-founder of the Techstars incubated accelerated project, and myself. So I have experience in crypto since 2017. And also my third degree is degree in psychology. That's why, so this idea was created to combine financial market and psychology. We have also advisors, so these guys are professional traders, and also they are coaching trading. They are providing some insights on creation of and growing of trading myself. That's not it. So Tradefulness was a partner of the first ever Trading Psychology Conference, part of the Tradefulness team, so take part in organizing it. So we gathered more than 1,000 people and 15 experts, 3 days conference. It was great at the beginning of this February, and we will go further, and there will be the second edition. Why we did it? Because we wanted
30 seconds.
To create a foundation for Tradefulness. So we are looking for investments. We have some commitments, but we need lead investor. I know that maybe you will not invest in us right now. That's why I want to propose you just to some information just to remember about us. Yeah, here is a link to the recordings of the Trading Psychology Conference. I believe you will use it for your personal life, your investment life. So, and it's very easy to work with uncertainty, to be fair.
Thank you. So who wants to start first? Trading.
Psychology.
So,
Okay, there was an ask in this presentation, so there was a slide with the ask. But what I like, actually, this is something that Ahmad said in the previous presentation. Because you are saying, we can help you in trading, but we are looking for pressed money. It's like, when I'm listening to this as a potential investor, I'm starting to think, okay, but why they cannot simply earn that money? Doing trading. And I think it will be good to see even some kind of simulation, but something that shows me why you didn't find the money in another way than looking for press. I'm not talking about the scaling money, but you are talking about kind of low amount of money for start.
maybe I would help a little bit because I'm talking about something behind the scenes. So startups that they are here I gave them half an hour of my consulting before they would be here. So at least hopefully theoretically all of this presentation changed a little bit. And one of the things that we discussed is the shape of your application. Because the confusion that I see here is that they think that this is a trading platform. And we talked about that part, right? So there are two main issues, and we talked about it, that's why I'm trying to bring it here. One is that they're very successful with their events. So when you are talking about the way that you would be able to bring the customer acquisition cost lower, it has nothing to do with the trading platform, nor the psychological part of that. It's just because they're very good with the lead generation because their event is very popular. If you talk about psychology in trading, they're number one in the Google. So they are technically talking about two different startups or two different products at the same time, while one of them is pretty much up and running and it has a good traction. That's why even I would say that when they're talking about the money, they say go and watch our recording and everything that we have on that side. And the other one is more of a plugin that is for other platforms. And that's a different story between a person who is a trader or has a trading platform, especially if you have a high frequency trading algorithm. Like I never give money to a company or a guy who says that I have this amazing high frequency, like an algorithm, I just need 50,000 from you. Yeah. And I'm like, just put $5 in it and then you're gonna be fine for the rest of your life. But you have to make it in a way that you have a plugin, that you are supporting others, not doing it by yourself.
Actually, this is something that I think I've heard, but also I saw we are doubling lifetime value from the trader. It shows like, yeah, we earn you money. We help you earn money, of course, but with our algorithms, we know how to do it.
Actually, I'm a little bit lost. Could you tell me, like in one or two sentence, what is your app? What your app is doing?
Yeah, actually we are, it's a kind of trading coach, available 24/7 with the access to the trading data of the trader and access to the physical markers of a trader. So,
Okay, so
we are knowing mostly everything about trading activity and the emotions and behavior.
Perfect.
That's a very
Great
good
question.
explanation.
Exactly.
Yeah, because I'm sorry to say that, but that's a very interesting project. Really, you
Exactly.
found your niche.
But I think we didn't
But
understand it.
You spent 40% of your time on the first slide, and we still didn't know what's going on there. So that's my tip, okay? But the project is really interesting, and I've got an investor for your business. But where's the money for him?
Our model is based on the subscription. So the first part is SaaS model, right? The second part, it will be a B2C available product, and it will be the subscription model for the traders themselves. And the third part, so we have enough expertise in consulting and so on, and we have a good network of trading experts, traders, and so on, and we can help brokerage companies like in educational matters. So we can make some producing center of.
Yeah, so you're gonna multiply your revenues.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, growing like that. Thank you.
In these few sentences, you just make all of that super clear.
Yeah.
That's what I think we missed throughout this presentation. It was good, it was nice, colors and stuff, and you actually are interesting as you're pitching. But we missed the clue. It was too much of the history around it than the just few sentences that make us all, I think, understand correctly.
But the idea is really very interesting and had a big impact, really.
And I like that during your presentation, you just presenting like you believe in this. Even if I don't understand what we are doing, I'm 1%, I'm 100% sure that
show me your money. Show me.
That you believe, and actually you should write this one sentence, and it should be like your first sentence that you're
slogan brand.
Yes, exactly. Because from this is my perspective, you should maybe mention the event that this is like you build the community, but just like one sentence, because when you mentioned this event, I was lost. You are an event provider or for trading? Wow, psychology, and I was like, my mind was blowing, you know, because I was lost. So yeah.
Thank you so much.
Keep doing this.
Yeah.
Really, that's a good idea.
Also, tiny question. How many of you guys are into trading or you ever tried trading? So this is the data that you lost. You know how many of you guys subscribe to Morning Brew, but you did not know how many of the people here are into trading. This first impression is very important. By the way, guys, Morning Brew might be one of the biggest newsletters, but it's more for traders and people that they are pretty much into, you know, like high-level trading and stuff. I mean, I was their customer when it was not so expensive and everything was under the paywall. But if you want to ask people a question, and only one question, make it matter. You know, how many of you guys are frustrated about something? Because there is a high level of frustration here than like subscribers of the Morning Brew or in a specific part, right? So two things I would say maybe would be the sum up of this whole thing. Speaking complicated, it's not always a luxury. You know, it's even made better, and it looks way better if you speak a bit more simple, and also narrow what you do down. Because your event is great, your application is great, but if you talk about both of them, maybe people don't even understand even each one of them separate from each other, right?
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, guys. So, I just want to check your vibes. Is that okay? Do you have a good vibe?
Hi everyone, can you hear me?
This is your clicker. So, this is called a cocaine vibe, by the way. Can you just wait me to tell people what you're doing? You're already starting. So, 5 minutes?
I'm on.
I know.
Hi guys, my name is Mateusz, and I was unfortunate enough to have my first year of uni during COVID. And well, we all know that it changed a lot for all the young people around, but what I think is more interesting is what happened afterwards when COVID ended. So basically, students love to party, and we all used to go out to these like student clubs, nightclubs. But after COVID ended, what happened is that many people didn't return there. So after spending so much time in isolation, people found that like after clubs opened back again, they're like, okay, this is way too expensive, you know, crowded, it's not safe most of the time. And they found so many better alternatives to whatever the traditional nightlife scene used to be. So nowadays, if you ask a young person, typically Gen Z, like, where are they going during the weekend? You're gonna hear a house party, or maybe they're going to somebody's house or to maybe a movie night with a bunch of friends. And you're not gonna hear the traditional nightlife concepts. But all those events, they're becoming super popular, and there's not a really great way to organize them. Because it's difficult to get all the people on the same page, it's difficult to communicate, to meet the people, since it's more than just friends most of the time, to meet the people that you don't know yet before you go to the event. And you have great platforms for those big public events, like festivals. You have Facebook, you have stuff for meeting people in public events like locals. You have great things for private, very small group events, something like even Instagram with their DMs. But you don't have this a platform to organize those semi-big Friends Plus events, and this is what we're focusing on. So Vibe is what we decided to make, seeing that there's not a really great tool to organize these type of events. And what you can see is you can organize all of those different events together with Vibe, and these are basically screenshots from our app of what people have made so far. So you have campfires, you have house parties, you have concerts going together with friends. And what Vibe allows you to do is very simple. You're able to host events, everybody can host, everybody can discover what's going on nearby. If it's you can decide if it's a public or a smaller event. Then what you do, you get to chat with everybody, especially the people that you don't know yet, because it allows you to meet people before you actually attend. And it has great features on automatic attendance verification and great safety features to make it all a very safe experience. So we made it, and what happened is people really loved it. We gained over the last year, we gained 100,000 users, mostly in Poland. We have, the peak is around like 11,000 daily active users, so this is really huge. And we've had really great events organized by our community. So for example, the Halloween event last year, it was, with tickets, they made around 30,000 PLN revenue, which was a house party in Warsaw here. There was a New Year's event that was also really successful. So what now? So we've made this really great app, and what we're trying to do right now is basically get more developers on board, develop more features, make the app, expand the app's functionality, and finally scale up and go to other markets. Because what we find difficult so far is exiting Poland and going to other markets with this. For all of these reasons, we are raising right now a pre-seed round. We've already raised a pre-seed round before, but we're raising another pre-seed round to finish up all of the things that I just mentioned. And yes, any questions? I'm not sure if I'm on time with the presentation, but
There is no Ahmad here, so you're on time.
okay, all right. So Ahmed left somewhere. I guess yeah. Do you have any questions?
I regret that I'm not 18 years old. 21. Who's your target customer?
Right now it's mostly young adults, and so what we're doing is right now we're introducing the paid subscription plans. So this is the business model, something that I haven't mentioned really in the presentation. We're introducing a paid subscription plans for the hosts, which are the more expensive plans, and these let you target more people, organize bigger events. And then there's plans for attendees, which are plans which let you connect with other people that are going to the same events as you, and basically expand your network, meet new people, even before you attend Vibe events.
So how would you convince my 18 years old daughter, to buy this access?
Well,
In
no,
one
I don't
sense,
think.
because they are very young, so they have a small sum of money.
Yeah, I don't think we need to, in terms of the attendance, at least to the events, I don't think we need to convince them that much because they're coming to the platform by themselves. In terms of spending the money, I think a lot of young people, also after COVID and because of the whole situation, they're much more isolated than they were before. And we have the features that we're monetizing for attendees mostly. These are the features that let you connect on the direct level to talk with people, for example, that you would want to meet on the same event. And we give a little bit during the on the free plan. But if you want to really talk with a lot of people, and many people before they go to something like a house party, they feel anxious because they don't know many people. So we're letting them connect. We're letting them make some friends before they actually go there. And if you want to unlock, that fully, then you need to become a subscriber.
So it has a great potential, to add other services and like an extra values for this event. So I like this idea. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
The idea is great, but you said I'm raising 1 million.
Yes.
And during your presentation, right now we are talking about the presentation, you didn't convince me that if I give you 1 million, I'm gonna get a few times more in 5 years. So this is this business that I like here.
Yes, because as I said, we didn't mention the business model slide because this is something that we are actively working on and building right now. Because what happened is we grew really fast, and we didn't think that much. What can we do, and what's the best business model that we can apply to this. So right now, I didn't put that on the slides. It's in the it's in the roadmap, very close in the future to finalize a really great business model. But we have a lot of people, we have a lot of users which can be reached in terms of. There's many companies that want to reach young people. They're willing to, we're talking with some of them. We're talking with brands, for example, like Red Bull or 7 Days, that they want to reach those young audiences and target, for example, ads. We know that a lot of people, we have statistics on how many people want to message on the application, and
I understand, but again, there is a pitch, and you ask me for my money, and you need to convince me.
Well, yeah, in terms of the pitch, in terms of the pitch feedback, I do agree. That's something that's definitely to be.
Because the idea is great. You show that you have customers.
users, maybe not customers.
If I
Yes.
can add one thing.
That's the COO, by the way.
Yeah, and if I can add one thing. So the case is that we already reached 100,000 users in the Poland, 100% organically. We told you that we're raising 1 million PLN. 50% of that is about the user acquisition, because right now we want to end up the product. We know exactly what will be our first revenue stream model.
And sorry to interrupt you once
Yeah.
again. You didn't convince me.
I know.
Because
I know,
you are
I know.
not earning on the users.
And I wanted to just add it up. So mainly we raising money and we want money to acquire people, to take people in Poland to go to other markets, to take the first revenue stream on a higher level, and then to bring another revenue streams into the company, because one of the most important thing and really beautiful thing, because we're starting to talking with other companies that they want to cooperate with us, for example about advertising to the Gen Z, or we're talking with other companies about the cooperation to boost our business model. Because we can see the synergies and also with other companies that we're talking about. So we have the basically and the roadmap, the goals that we know that we want to reach, and the goals that we have right now are combined with the revenue and with the money that will come to the company.
Okay.
Okay, if I may.
Do you have a question?
Because just not the question actually, like a feedback.
Feedback, sure.
Because you have. In Polish we say klęska urodzaju. So sometimes that you have incredible success in a very short time, and it's very good. But sometimes it's important to make a stop even with the success, and just think what we want to do.
That's what he keeps saying all the time.
Don't let the success kill you.
Yeah, because and organize, because right now it's fine, but I assume that you don't want to be like the company that have 100,000 users.
Yeah.
That you want more and more.
Yeah.
And if you have even more and more, the tools or the activities that you are doing right now, it could stop. It could stop being very like effective.
Yeah.
That's why maybe the feedback for you, because you have very nice app, and maybe not for us like I.
Why
see.
not? Come on.
Okay, maybe I'm wrong, but you mentioned Gen Z. I'm not, but maybe you.
But it's like Tinder was
Gen Z
for the
and
beginning.
young adults.
Tinder was also Gen Z and other dating apps from the beginning.
Yeah, that's true.
But you catch a trend, but don't lose it.
Yes.
At the end, you may now show us the sentence on your bags.
This?
I mean.
It's our merch, and a bunch of people actually bought it, from us. Because
It's
from the
very
community.
professional, to wear your products with yourself. Yes.
Oh,
So
Yeah.
impressive.
But is
Thank
it
you.
about today, the after party?
Well, unfortunately, not. It's a Thursday. I mean,
So what?
Why not? Why
You got a
not?
seasonal
Who's the
business?
old person here?
Hey, go to Vibe, guys, and come on.
Different question. How old are you?
I'm 23.
So, guys, this is a difference in a real marathon and a marathon that is entrepreneurship. If you start in 55 and a person next to you is 25, that person had 30 years of failure. Like if you're at 23 and you do something awful for 10 years, at 33 you are starting over with 10 years of experience.
And with few millions of users, yeah?
Exactly. Be here and say the worst thing or the best thing, but don't sit in the back. Because that's where everything changes. Even if you're 15, 16, I met entrepreneurs that are 12 years old. This guy, I forgot his name, he's a Polish guy. He was just talking about the fact that he's opening up his company in China and he's having some compliance issue because his company is originally, like European. He's 12 years old. So I'm just saying, like, the age really is not an issue, guys. It's just a mindset. And that's the beauty of this whole thing. You fail, or if you don't, in 10 years, you either have a very good company or you have 10 years of experience. And I'm saying to both of you in that sense. And don't even let the fact of even I might be wrong stop you, unless, again, you're 55. Because one of you have 5 years of fixing your retirement, and one of you have 10 years, you can do whatever you want. That's something that you have to remember. Because in a marathon, when you are running shoulder to shoulder, You started at the same time, more or less together. But in this entrepreneurship, don't let somebody else's success kind of push you back, because it has a lot of different things. Or overnight success, or all of a sudden you do something for 10 years and then you come back and start over from what you're doing. There's way more than just a presentation behind it. I just wanted to put it out there.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, guys. So, as long as we checked your vibe, yeah. I think we should have some sort of like a spelling bees or something, that if you guys would be able to just spell the name of these startups, you would get an award. Pixelot.
A lot.
It's a lot of pixels.
And it's not Yossi, it's Uri. Yossi is the VP marketing. He's
So,
not here today.
there you go. You have 5 minutes.
Okay. Hi everybody. I'm Uri, not Yossi. He's the chief. I'm just the business development guy. So today I'm going to speak with you about Pixelot. Let's go. Okay, so Pixelot today leading the digital transformation revolution in sport. Okay, you won't believe how small town company from Israel, even not in Tel Aviv, it's really small next to Tel Aviv, is producing more sports hours than anyone else. Okay, when I sat here a few minutes ago, I didn't know that my pitch is going to be about pitching a startup or something like this. I'm employee number 18, and that was like 8 years ago. And when people talk about vision, from vision to reality, this is what happened, and I will tell you a little bit about that in the last 4 minutes that I have. This is the most important. It's the most important number that you see, the 5 million games produced, and I will tell you why in a second. The problem that I'm going to talk about is one missing country is not in the 80 country that we are covering, and this is Poland. I don't know why, but we will try to solve it. Okay. Basically, what we do is we put camera, an AI camera, in the stands, cover the entire pitch. Okay. We're not replacing the extra class cameramen, which are very sophisticated and know the job and know how to put really the sequence in the minute. We're not doing that. We're covering youth and secondary leagues and community and grassroots and women, because the big market thinks that it's like an egg and a chicken. Okay, if nobody will watch this game, but there are so many people. Specifically in Poland, let's take Poland for example, there are something like 5,000 fields and venues that are creating content every day, but nobody is capturing that, because the cost of capturing that is very expensive. You need to send OB vans and people to do commentator and graphics and things like that. And Pixelot is the solution for that. Okay. This is the camera. It looks like this. We have several ones. Okay. There is a lot of lenses between the rig, and we create a panorama. Okay. From this panorama, this is the solution. So this is hardware. Apple is also doing the hardware and the software. We are not Apple. Okay. And it's very hard to build a sustainable system, because technology moves very quick, but we're able to monetize from the source of the service. And what do? We do a live match feed. We send to YouTube or Facebook, and also to your own website. So let's say you're working in Gdansk or in Lublin, and you want to cover your sport in a specific area, we will go to your website and you get the content. Okay? This is most important. The coaches and the analysts and the technical directors, they need to get some data. So we are open code, and every data company, no matter if it's local or it's international, can get the video and analyze live or post-event. We also do that for kids and youth, because we know how to do it very cheap and cost-effective. And on the left side, this is the place where the monetization gets. And if they ask me what I'm pitching for, okay, Pixelot, it's working in a lot of places, and we have 40,000 cameras all over the world. This is what I'm looking for here in Poland. I'm looking for the company, I'm looking for the partner, the right partner. Pixelot model is not to arrive to a place and to decide what to do. The local partner knows better than me. He knows how to reach the audience, he knows what the audience needs, he knows what is the marketing that needs to be done, and how to get to the people and the eyeballs. But eventually in all places, there is no place that the mother would not want to see her child is playing, or a girl, or the grandfather, or the grandmother. And this is about Pixelot. Little bit on technicality. Hey, why it's not playing? Should be playing.
There's no camera, so no.
This is the AI, this is how we identify.
Also, you have 30 seconds.
I'm finishing, I'm running. This is how we capture the entire event. Okay, but we not show you the panorama, we show you only this one. So this is the Pixelot, okay? We enlarge the pixels to the specific game of event. We're not focusing only on the ball, but also about the players. And after the game, we double the content with highlights. Okay, you can see a game of 2 hours of under 13 years old players playing. I don't think so, but you will see the highlights. And then we double the content and double the commercials on this one, and the banners and the logos, and it's working. It's working in Austria, in Germany, in Spain, Portugal. It's crazy. It's amazing. Directly with federation or with partner that knows that.
And a last slide.
Last slide. This is how it looks.
Okay, so thank you very much. We usually don't know which judge has to start, but we have a sport accelerator part here, so
yes,
I think it's pretty obvious.
Come on, I have almost nothing to say because you probably sells the stuff much longer than I'm selling in my life. But one thing that I would like to say and emphasize maybe for all of us was the way that you were moving and using the screen and using the presentation not only as a background, as something that is there, but if you wanted to show something, you pointed to it, you somehow interact not only with the people here on the audience, but also with this what you want to show and emphasize on the screen. From my perspective, it was great.
Yeah, because I was keep trying to tell you that there's a laser there, but apparently that was a good thing you did.
Yeah, but it's not only about using your finger to it, but also to change the place when you are standing, just not showing, not staying in the way that you don't allow other people to see what's on the screen. Like, I think there are details, but this is something that
Google opened up the campus in London like 10 years ago, and there was a BBC who was interviewing the head of the campus, and then he said, like, how do you think we can try to improve the startup ecosystem in London? And he said, in Israel, the first sport is startup, and here is soccer. If you would be able to change these two together, we're going to be fine. So when you said that, you will be surprised how a small company will do this. I have to check your passport. So I'm just like, no, because I've seen so many companies that they start 2 years after the military service, and then after that, all of a sudden it was like, where did you start this whole story? And then
I didn't tell you about. Do you know about the Google last deal? So in case you don't know, and this is something that we are Israeli really proud of, something good in the news for a lot of time we need something good in the news. So Google just bought cybersecurity company for $32 billion. I don't know this number, but these are 4 Israeli guys that already sold to Microsoft Adalo 12 years ago. It's cybersecurity in the cloud. That means that Google is going to forefront AWS and Microsoft in this area.
Not OVH.
It will take time. It will take time, but it's a lot of respect on the Israeli ecosystem of startup. We are very small, and relate to what you say. I was a basketball coach for 12 years before I came to Pixel, like 7 or 8. So it's really important to me. And when I'm trying to pitch or sell or push something, you need to really like. And you know what I'm talking about. You really need to like what you're doing, and it shows. So this is what I try to.
Yeah. Uri, first of all, you don't need your VP here.
Yeah.
You are very great storyteller, so I love your energy, and especially late in the evening. I guess your goal is to find a partner here. So it was nothing on that slide about this partnership. So what are your expectations and what should, who should
That's
be
correct.
interested in? So
That's
just
correct.
correct it and you will be, home.
I will do it.
I mean, generally speaking, I would say too much information. Like, you didn't test the crowd also. Maybe we have two people that they're running the national stadium right now, and they're just looking at the back. Also,
I was looking directly in the eyes of several people.
most of the people, most of the people you need, they're usually sitting in the back, just having a small tiny note in the back, and then like they come back to you. You were the one who was talking about this Indian chiefs that they always say the last word. I mean, it's the Indian chiefs and ChatGPT, because these two, guys, try it.
I'm going to take you. I'm going to take this one for you as well.
Try once, say one thing, and ChatGPT would not answer you. Even if you beg it, and I was like, sure, I'm not going to answer that. Do you need anything else? So these two are always saying the last word. But too much information is usually a killer. Because again, we had startups about sales, and the most important question in the sales is that, do you have any more question?
But they are not startup,
Yeah.
it's a difference because
I'm trying to build a story.
Yeah. So I do understand you, but I agree with Ahmad because you got only 5 minutes. So yeah, tell us more about partners because you are looking you are trying to find the right one.
Because we have, it's an economy of scarcity. Like everything, we don't have abundance of this. And another thing that I would challenge you, you did not even say what the problem is. Like we only talk about a solution because you're heavy in solution. And guys, again, in educational part, startups only talk about what they have. If you're talking for 60 hours about your solution because there is no problem. If you're only talking about your customers because you don't have money. If you're only talking about money because you don't have a user. So the person who is sitting here trying to give you the money or trying to give you the feedback, they read between the lines. So the moment that you would like to do this, you have to engineer this. I'm going to speak for 5 minutes. 1 minute problem, 1 minute solution, 1 minute competitor. Again, same story. If you're not talking about your competitor, and it was like, as long as you don't know that there's a camera better than mine, you will buy mine. So I'm just going to come and talk to you first, or I will cheer you up, or I will charm you up. And that is an issue that if you really manage to just, that's why I mentioned too much. Otherwise, of course, you can talk about your product. You talk about what you love. But the moment you finish 5 minutes and I still don't know the problem that you're trying to solve with the camera, or even better than that, why me as a stadium has to use yours and not others. These are all the issues that really needs to be solved. We still have one more questions. If no,
Can we play this video? I think is it possible. I think
is it the one?
Yeah.
No, I think this is an issue with because to be honest with you, your guys, they sent me a presentation for 84 slides. And I really couldn't, yes, thinking like how this is going to be in that. And then you sent me another presentation that was 200 megabytes. So I'm just saying it not because that was your thing, because again, I'm saying it to you guys. The file that you send and the ease of use on the other side does matter. I talked to VCs and I sent them a file and they said, did you check it? And I was like, I couldn't open it because I didn't have the app. I was like, did you open it? And I was like, no, because it was so complicated to even read it.
VP guys.
So I'm just saying the ease, like one of the things that I do, and I'm saying it with having 0 affiliations with this company, that's why I always use Canva. Because you can even just have a link, send it to the other person, it's web, mobile friendly and all of those things. There is no issue with any of those things. And all of these things always would be clickable. So I'm just trying to say that I really try to keep the consistency of the presentation, but unfortunately this part is not really working.
And Canva is great, although your corporate environment would not allow you to open.
And also they have oh, that's a different story about the security, you're right. But they have a very interesting story of entrepreneurship behind it. Because like there's a female-led startup, and like so many people say that this is never gonna work. And right now, like they're one of the maybe the best successful, successes that I know in that realm. But with all of that, do you have any QR codes or something that if somebody wants to contact you, they would just reach you?
Yes, in my demo.
No, I was more focusing.
Use the QR code.
I wasn't thinking about it. I'm going to pitch something that will be engaged in the middle. I'm coming for the marathon, like you said.
Yes.
And thank you everybody for your time and staying up until now. And thank you for the notes. I will find you.
Amazing. So thank you very much, guys. again, just for the people that they didn't manage to scan it, just put it here. But I will just try to say something different. So we have a little bit of a freebies also for those amazing startups that they gave us their time and did everything here. We are going to have. No, I'm not going to ask you to do it. You need 30 seconds. Don't worry about it. No, I just wanted to say that, guys, OVH, even though it's OVHcloud, that I would very politely just tell you that maybe you should put the word cloud out of that, because you do way more than a cloud. And
you mentioned to me, and we are a corporation, so okay.
no, but because the moment that I really would like to promote you, everybody thinks that the only thing you have is a cloud. But the ecosystem that you have, and the AI solutions that you have, and the network that you have, it kind of sometimes misleading, because the moment I would like to invite them to be a part of your ecosystem, they think that if you don't have a cloud, then there's nothing else to do. But I see how much more you have to offer. So there's going to be a OVH startup part that you would be able to use, and at the same time, Veronica is going to hopefully think maybe one of you guys would be able to be a lucky. How should I say that? Like a tenant member of our innovation campus. So give us like 30 seconds so that they would be able to think about who is going to be the lucky winner. Also, this is the link. You guys, all of you can apply for the OVH startup program. You would be able to go through the application and you would be able to choose it. The startup that is going to win is going to be a fast track there. And also, guys, the reason that I put the Thursday gathering here, in case that any of you are interested to be here and try to pitch your startup, there is an application there. You would be able to fill it, and then next month you would be able to also come here and pitch your own idea here. All good. Did you put it in ChatGPT? Just ask like.
Yeah. Do you think why I have a phone here?
So would you like to, who wants to come first? Veronica. Guys, do you want to have a round of applause? Woo!
So, thank you all guys for pitching for us. It was a pleasure to hear your ideas. Every of you has a amazing idea, and of course you are on the different levels of progress of the company, the startup, the idea, of course. So I keep my fingers crossed. All of us are keeping our fingers crossed for all your best in the business. But I would like to say that my heart belongs to Agata. I don't know if Agata is still with us.
I think Agata was in the networking part. I would see if I can bring her.
Oh. Okay, it's fine. I just thought that maybe she would be a great member of CAC and would be able to connect with so many of our clients and to grow the business and to find actually the people who will be also testing her up. And as a salesperson, I'm pretty connect with the idea of having less things to do at my work. I'm not gonna lie. Thank you.
Tricky part. What we should do right now? Should we wait for Agata or?
I can continue the slides.
Maybe you.
I can break it, suggest things.
Or after part, Ahmad, is it success or no?
So I think we have to not to give it to female entrepreneurs because it's the second time in a row. I asked one of my colleagues to be able to see if they can find it. But one of the good things is that she has a lot of good friends inside our ecosystem. So I would catch her. Yeah, but also there is a whole different conversation, guys. What I mentioned about the age, it also has a lot to do with your marital commitments and everything. So I'm thinking that I'm kind of becoming like a broken record because I said it the last time also. But like sometimes it's not that easy to be here by 9, depending on if you're 23 years old, and like when you have a whole family and then you're responsible for a whole family. So I don't want to put too much blame on why people are not there. and also for people who come back from the maternity, for example. But outside of that, I will make sure that your message is going to receive to, you know, our lovely winner.
I will try to help. I know Agata, so I will.
Good to hear that.
Okay, so last.
Tom, 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 tom,
I
tom,
don't
tom, tom.
want to say awards, by just invitation or invitation to work with me, with OVH, and with all ecosystem that you mentioned. And I say this. I wanna catch your vibe, guys.
Thank you very much.
Now you have to
Ale
organize a
after
party.
u was!
Exactly, tell the truth. You just wanted the after party invitation.
Dzięki. To oczywiście dokładnie tak robimy.
So guys, again, thank you very much for coming here, but this is not the end, hopefully. So we are having this once a month, so some of you guys already been in the back and then you are here, and as you can see, it doesn't matter if this is perfect, because if you are waiting for your presentation to be still not there yet, you're never going to reach here, right? So just, you know, get your courage. We're going to help you a little bit just to be on the stage. If you know somebody else, try to make sure that you will have that. So we have the link on the Thursday gathering part. You would be able to apply, and then we'll be able to take care of the rest of this. And as you can see, there are enough perks and everything that you would be able to motivate you. With that, I would like to say thank you for all of you, and also for our amazing judges that they give us the time. Can you also have a round of applause for them? Enjoy the few minutes end of the event that we have together, and looking forward to seeing all of you. I mean, next week for the Thursday gathering, and also the next month for the open pitch session. Thank you.
Dziękujemy bardzo.